Alright, and we're back. My other SD card got filled up, so I'm gonna go ahead and have another one. So we'll go ahead get everything settled by getting everything else out of the way. That's a foil forest. Okay, then we'll... That's already been seen, so nope. And okay, so this time we'll only have 3 cards this time to... Oh, sorry about that. We have Red Cap Melee. Red Cap Melee deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a non-red permanent is dealt damage this way, you sacrifice a land. Savvy Hunter. When Savvy Hunter's attacks or blocks, create a food token, sacrifice 2 foods, draw a card. Folio of Fantasies. Players have no max hand size. Pay XX, tap. Each player draws X cards. Each opponent puts the number of cards equal to the number of cards in the hand from the top of the library into the graveyard. Alrighty. Come on. Well, this pack's deciding to be a butt to me. There we go. So, finally decided to open for me. Okay, it's just Revenge of the Ravens foil. Then we'll go ahead and... Okay. We have Mistpoured River Turtle. When Mistpoured River Turtle attacks, another target attacking non-human creature can't be blocked this turn. Weaselback Redcap. Weaselback Redcap gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Fairy Guide Mother. Get to the Fae. Adventure Sorcery. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Queen of the Ice. Rage of Winter. Tap target creature. It doesn't tap during its controller's next untap step. Whenever Queen of Ice deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Signpost Scarecrow. Vigilance. Pay 2. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Redcap Raiders. Redcap Raiders attacks. Tap an untapped non-human creature you control. If you do, Redcap gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. Then we have Flaxen Intruder. Welcome home. Create 3 2/2 bear green bear creature tokens. Whenever Flaxen Intruder deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Claim the Firstborn. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. Joust. Choose a target creature you control and creature you don't control. The creature you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn if it's a knight. Then we have Midnight Clock. Tap to add 1 blue. Pay 3. Put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. When the 12th hour counter is put on midnight clock, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards, exile midnight clock. Alright, I'm going to try and get this done as quick as I can so I can get both parts uploaded for you guys. I'm definitely going to have a big pile of trash to clean up though. Okay, Forever Young for our foil. Then it's just another adjust. I'm putting it to the pile. Okay. That's done. Now we have Scalding Cauldron. Sacrifice it, tap. Sacrifice Scalding Cauldron. It deals 3 damage to target creature. Brimstone Trebuchet. Defender Reach. Tap, add Brimstone Trebuchet, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever a knight enters the battlefield under your control, untap. Deafening Silence. Each player cannot cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. Then we have Beanstalk Giant. Fertile Footsteps. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. Equal to the number of... And we have Irene Crag Feet. Add 7 red mana. You can only cast more than 1 spell this turn. Wow. That's a bit dang. A bit weird. But okay. Sorry if I'm not doing it on the floor. I just need to sit in the chair for right now. It's just the spyglass. Let me just go ahead and look through. Because if nothing's new, I'm just gonna... Nothing was new, just only 1 card. So I think after this we've seen all the cards, so we can find the other mythics and all that. Animating Fairy. Bring to life. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. There we go. Or we pull the Planeswalkers. Or we pull cards we haven't seen yet. Okay, we have Emberth Paladin. Haste, Adamant. If 3 red or at least 3 red mana was spent to cast this spell, Paladin enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it. Not bad. Prize Griffin, flying. Fell the Pheasant. Deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Create a food token. Spectre Shriek. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player exiles that card. If a non Black creature, non-black card is exiled this way. Exile a card from your hand. Mysterious Pathlighter. Flying. Each creature you control that has adventure enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Then we have Skycrawd the Grim. Whenever another creature dies or card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves the graveyard, Skycrawd deals 1 damage to each opponent. Each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. And then we have Magic Mirror. This spell This spell casts 1 less to cast for each instant sorcery in your graveyard. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror. Draw a card for each knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror. Alright, that's our second mythic. Hopefully we can pull off 5 of the mythics. That would be insane, but it would be cool. Okay, there we go. Working on our new pack. Okay, we have Tall as a Beanstalk, enchanted creature. Creature gets +3/+3, has reach and gain, and is a giant in addition to its other types. Clockwork Servant, adamant. When Clockwork Servant enters the battlefield, and at least has 3 mana of those same colors spent to cast it, draw a card. Variable Knight. Whenever variable knights, put a +1/+1 counter on target knight you control. Bog Naughty. Flying. Sacrifice a food target. Creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. And then we have Oko, Thief of Crowns. Create a food token. Target artifact creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Exchange control of target artifact creature you control with target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. Third mythic. Wow. Hopefully we can get this done quickly. We need to get this done before my dad gets back with food. It's just mispoured turtle foil. Then we have Deafening Silence, which you've already seen. And yeah. It's just the stack of cards that was right next to me. It's starting to get a little bit too big, and yeah. Oh, wait, no. Duh. Okay. Let's get about. Okay. Okay, we have Elite Headhunter, Menace. Sacrifice another creature, an artifact. Elite Hunter deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Grum Gully the Generous. Each non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And then Doom Foretold. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card. They lose 2 life. You draw a card. You gain 2 life. You create a 2/2 White Knight creature token with Vigilance. Then sacrifice Doom Foretold. I just don't want to bore you with all the cards you've seen. So just gonna go ahead and just get it out of the way. So you don't have to deal with cards you've already seen over and over again. Oh, crud. Okay, we better hurry because I don't want my battery dying. Merfolk Secret Keeper didn't say target player puts top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Didn't say please counter target spell. The controllers put the top 3 cards of the library into the graveyard. Out Muscle put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it fights another creature you don't control. Adamant, at least 3 green mana was spent to cast the spell. The creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Then we have Mystic Sanctuary. Doesn't enter the battlefield unless you control 3 or more islands. When Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield untapped, you may put target instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. Unexplained Vision. Draw 3 cards. Adamant unless if at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast the spell, scry 3. Conveyance Urge. Target good opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana as though if it were mana any color cast a spell. Oh, crud. Then we have Cauldron Familiar. Whenever Cauldron Familiar enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice to a food. Return Cauldron Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. We have Sky Eleanor. The Discerning enters the battlefield. The Discerning's power is equal to the number of cards in your hand. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Spells your opponent cast Sky Eleanor cost 2 more to cast. And we have Wildborn Preventer. Wildborn Preserver. Flash Reach. Whenever another non-human you control enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X, where when you do X, put X +1/+1 counters on Wildborn Preserver. Ugh, I wish there was a way to... It's a card you've already seen. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have Fortifying Provisions. Creatures you control get +0/+1. Whenever Fortifying Provisions enters the battlefield, create a food token. When Tomb Raider enters the battlefield, draw a card. Crystal Slipper. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 has haste. Equip 1. Spore Cap Spider. Reach. Spinning Wheel. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Pay 5, tap target creature. Order of Midnight, Human Knight. Alert Fate, Alter Fate, Sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then Fervent Champion. First strike haste. Whenever Fervent Champion attacks another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equipped abilities you activate this turn For every chain costs 3 less to activate. There we go. Okay, we have Org Errant. Whenever Org Errant attacks another attacking knight, you can gains menace until end of turn. Oakham Ranger. Elf Knight. Create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. Creatures you control gain +1/+1 until end of turn. Inspiring Veteran. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Sage of the Falls, Merfolk Wizard. Whenever Sage of the Fall or another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And Robber the Rich. Reach haste. Whenever Robber the Rich attacks, if defending player has more cards in their hand, then you exile the top card of the library. During each turn you attack with a rogue, you may cast that card. You may spend mana as though as many mana of any color to cast that spell. Whew. Prize Griffin for foil. Okay. Keeper of Fables. Okay. Okay, there we go. We have Shepherd of the Flock. Usher Safety. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Thunderous Snapper. Whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, draw a card. And then we have Yorvar, Lord of the Gardenbring. Giant Noble. Whenever you enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another green creature you control enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Then if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo's power, put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Just go ahead and get the last half of the packs where I can reach without having to hit the box that the camcorder's on. I'll be good. Well, okay, Witch's Oven, so... Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's get on. Tentative Tree Folk, Oakland Boom, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Fling. An additional cast cost this spell, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage to sacrifice creature's power to any target. Giant Opportunity. You may sacrifice 2 foods. If you do, create 2 7/7 green giant creature token. Otherwise, create 3 food tokens. all that glitters, enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. And then Hushbringer, flying lifelink. Creatures enter the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Okay, so let's get that out of the way, that out of the way. Okay. Okay, so that's Rampart Smasher. Inquisitive Puppet. Okay, there we go. So we only have 2 this time. So we have Fairy Vanda, flash flying whenever you draw your second card. Each turn you put a +1/+1 counter on Fairy Vandal. And Stone Coil Serpent. Reach, trample, protection from multicolor. Stone Coil Serpent entered the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. That would be really good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. Okay, put that there, put that there. Out there. It's just Inquisitive Puppet, Rally of the Throne, and Cauldron's Gift to the silver. And then okay, all that's left for this pack is Murderous Rider. Swift End, instant adventure. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life. Lifelink, when Murderous Rider dies, put it at the bottom of the owner's library. Let's see if we can get this done quickly. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. Drown in the Lock. And then for silver. And that's it for that pack. We have 3, and that'll be it. Once in future, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, then put the other target card from your graveyard on top of your library. Exile once in future. Adamant, at least 3 green mana was spent to cast this spell. Instead, return those cards to your hand and exile once in future. Slaying the Fire deals 3 damage to any target. If at least 3 mana was spent, it deals 4 damage instead. And then Acclaimed Contender enters the battlefield. If you control another knight, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a knight or equipment or legendary artifact card from among them. Put it into your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Foil is Barge In. Fairy Vandal for silver, and that's it for there. We have 3 cards this time. We have Steel Claw Lance. Equip creature gets +2/+2. Equip knight +1/1. Equip 3. We have Kenler's Transformation. Enchanted creature. When it enters the battlefield, enchanted creature loses all abilities. It's a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. And then I think you'll like this one, Jess. Emery, Lurker of the Loch. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. When Emery, Lurker of the Loch enters the battlefield, put the top card for your library from into your graveyard. Choose target artifact or card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. Okay, we'll go ahead, look through real quick. Then Shepherd of the Flock for silver. We only have 4 cards this time. And then I think we've seen everything. Epic Downfall. Exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. Destroy all of them that are walls. Mad Ratter. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens. And we have Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 night creature token. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 packs left. Hopefully we can get all of them done before hopefully we can get them done soon before the battery dies. Okay. We have Foulmare Knight, Oakcame Adversary, Burning Guard Trainer. Oh, crap. Crap. Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you lose 1 life. This spell costs 2 less to cast if an opponent controls a green permanent. Death Touch. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Trample Haste. Whenever Burning Guard Trainer enters the battlefield, another target knight you control gets +2/+2, gains trample and haste until end of turn. And then we have Castle Gardenburg. Castle Gardenburg enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest. Tap to add green mana. Pay 4, add 6 mana, spend this mana, and only cast creature spells, activate abilities of creatures. If my camera dies before I can get the last packs done, what I'll do is I'm going to save whatever packs are left for the fat pack opening. With the fat pack opening, Innkeeper, Lion's Claw, we have Shambling Suit. Shambling Suit powers equal to the number of artifacts or enchantments you control. Giant Killer. Chop down. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. And then hopefully we can get this done soon. Ugh. I don't want my camera to die when I'm still working on this video. I mean, I had to stop the video once, but Righteousness for silver, Slaying with Fire, silver, and other than that, we only have 2 cards this time. Overwhelmed Apprentice. When Overwhelmed Apprentice enters the battlefield, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard, then you scry 2. Then we have Lovestruck Beast. Heart's Desire, sorcery adventure, create 1/1 white human creature token. Let's Struck Beast cannot attack unless you control a 1/1 creature. Oh, crud, I put that in silver. It should be in gold. Huh? Hopefully we'll get this done quick. Okay. Bone Crusher Giant. Foil. Instant adventure damage cannot be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. Whenever Bone Crusher Giant becomes the target of a spell, Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Okay, so we're almost done. Hopefully soon. 2 packs left. We have Wildmare. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has adventure, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildmare. Glass Casket. Whenever Glass Casket enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less until Glass Casket leaves the battlefield. Bella the Brawl. Menace. Whenever Bella the Brawl attacks, another knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Then we have Linden, the Steadfast Queen, Vigilance. Whenever a white creature you controls attacks, you gain 1 life. Hopefully we can get this done. We got, as soon as I open this pack, we're down to our last one. Hopefully we can get it all done. So I just basically scroll through. Cauldron Familiar for silver. The Discerning. Okay, we only had 2. Okay. So we have Lucky Culver. Whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell copy, you may choose new targets for the copy. Castle Ardenvale. Whenever Castle Ardenvale enters the battlefield, enters the battlefield unless you control planes. Add 1 mana, white, pay 4, create 1/1 white human creature token. And our last pack. Okay, we might get this done before the camcorder dies on us. That'll be good. Bella the Brawl for silver. Arcanist Owl for silver. Yep, we got it all done. We got our booster box done. Okay, we have Hypnotic Sprite. Instant adventure, counter target spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, flying, and we have Charming Prince. Whenever Charming Prince enters the battlefield, choose 1. Scry 2, you gain 3 life, exile another target creature you own, return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Alright, so we got the Throne of Eldraine booster box opening done for you guys today. Sorry about having to stop on part 1 to do another part because my SD card filled up. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and see y'all later. Lost Inferno Fire Dragon signing off.